मैम SCP प्लगइन से प्लीज रिकॉर्डिंग कर दीजिए एक बार if it is okay.
अच्छा ठीक है, so look, SCP प्लगइन तो इंस्टॉल कर लेना, ठीक है। इंस्टॉल तो मैं अभी इवन मेरा ऑलरेडी इंस्टॉल्ड है ना, तो इस पे आप SCP सर्च करके इंस्टॉल कर लेना, ठीक है। Then for Snap, as I said, you can for Snap you don't have to worry for any version. Any version will work. You just have to take certain extension from there. So for Snap, it's okay. You can take any. You can download any latest version. It won't matter. So I have to go to the window. Then I have to go to Program Files, and I have to go to the Snap option. Okay, and here we have to go to Binary and just copy the path. Okay, and I'm not pasting now, I'm just showing the steps because I cannot paste again and again, even you also don't do that. So just paste it over here, and then you will find two inverted comma, just delete those. Okay. So after that, in SCP you have to just browse for all the bands from here, okay, and then check both the this options, and then go with run. In run you have to assign a folder. So once you run it, look, I now got the image in the form of stack. This is called a stack image. All the bands are stacked now. Okay. So if you want to check, and if you want to just visualize this in different bandwidth, okay, if I just change the combinations, okay, combinations means because these bands are now just stacked, okay, so I will be changing the bands. I will be bringing the suppose fourth band ahead, and then third and two. These are used basically to, it is not working or what. You can do in this way also. Just go to properties and symbology. Okay, then if I take 752, so you can visualize it. Okay, so it will help you to visualize and visualize the objects, right? The resources. Okay, so in that way you can just have a visualization. You can understand the objects. As I can see, the river is here, and suppose around the river there are some settlements. Okay, so these are some agricultural land. You can just take some time and then visualize the image. Okay, next is, as I said, in supervised, the next step is to collect the training samples. Okay, so now we are going to collect samples for various classes. For that, once you will install this SCP, this particular tool bar will automatically get highlighted. Okay, so this is the plugin. This is the option we have to click for the dock window. So once I will click, it will again give me the whole SCP interface, and beside that it will also give me the dock. This is the SCP dock window. So we will be using this to collect the training samples. So here you just have to come to this training or input option, and this option will give you, this will help you to create the training samples. Okay, so sample, suppose I'm creating under this folder only, as by the name training. Okay, and I'm saving it. Acha, look, this is now this showing me this raster is not loaded. This happens if you are, I have to start afresh. Okay, this happens if you are copying and pasting the snap again and again. So let me again start afresh. This is a major problem that you will face. It will, while creating the training sample, it will sometimes give you this, that raster is not loaded because I have not refreshed it, right? I have copied and pasted it so many times, so that's why it happens. So you don't have to worry. Let us do that again. So let me just copy and paste it again. It happens if you have not refreshed it, because it is a open source software, no? So the things doesn't get refreshed so easily. It still is. It considers your previous session, so that's why it happens. Okay, so let me do it again. Let me quickly do it. I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, just check both of them and go with run. You have to take the folder over here and select folder. You have to hold a bit. Okay, so I can just, I don't want this band, so I can just remove it. I will just have the stacked image. Let me see if it's working. No worries, let me check this time. I'm still showing the same thing. I saw. Should not show. This is a common error. We mostly get it. Okay. Let me just cross check. Okay. Let me do it again. No problem. This is something which we face a lot with QGIS. Hopefully, this will work this time. And I will upload this video on our YouTube channel. Okay, and we will share you the channel this video link. We can have the access to it. Let me just see whether it will work this time or not. We have to take this.
Can you say it on this?
Huh?
What is the link on to both of stream?
Sorry, I couldn't get you. I couldn't get you what you are saying. We will be mailing you the link, okay? Yes, I just
Okay.
you will getting your this certificate and this link together. Okay, let me.
Both link are same.
Hmm?
Both link are same. The
This,
attendance link and the certificate.
no, this link you will get in the mail. You don't have to worry. Just you have to just click and you will get access to the this video. Okay.
Okay, okay.
But let me see why it's not working right now.
Alright.
I think this is the problem of like QGS version, madam.
No, it has sometimes happens. Let me just check this time. It happens. It basically happens when this link that snap link is not attached properly. That's the main reason behind it. Let me see. And even some this SCP even sometimes don't work in the versions also. Yeah, it has now created the virtual set. Now let me check. Okay, so I will take this training output and here I'm taking this writing here training. Okay, save. Yeah, now it has created. So look, it happens. Huh? Look, the same procedure I have tried this time also. It happens. So don't lose your patience. You can just refresh it again and again. If sometimes still it works, so it still happens. So you can just shut down your system and try again. Okay. So the main reason is if you are not, pasting the snap extension properly. So what I did now, I manually did the pasting. In the video you can see. Anyway, so I created this training. uh, file. Okay, now inside this we'll create the signatures, okay, for each of the classes. So here, as you can see, this training has been created. Here we have the main class name. Okay, so now suppose I want to classify this image into, suppose, 5 classes, which we generally do. Okay, that is vegetation, settlement, water, then garden. Okay, so few classes I will make just to show you. Otherwise, afterwards you can work as your requirement. So first of all, let me create some sample for agriculture. Okay. So here I'm, first of all, I'm this ID I'm giving as 1. This is the first training sample for me, 1, and inside that, suppose I am creating, I will take this tool to create the sample. Okay. So here, as I am quite known to this area, I know these are some agricultural land. Okay, these are some settlement. I am known to that place. So I'm just collecting some samples. So just make click, and once you are done, make right click. Okay, and then click over here. So
Madam,
one, yes,
when we take sample, like you are taking polygon, right, madam?
yes, sample you have to take in polygon only, because we are
Can't we take
capturing, huh?
can't we take as like point, madam?
No, point you have to take when you will go for accuracy. Look, sample means what? Sample means we are actually capturing the pixel value, no? So how can pixel value will only capture the single pixel information. The single pixel is not enough. We have to train it based on a range of pixels. So samples cannot be in point. Okay, so I've taken 1, so I will take few more. I'm now just showing you some samples. Okay, it's the same process you have to follow. Okay, so I'm just taking it as 2, and I'm saving the signature. You can signature, try to look, it takes some time. So signatures you try to take, for one training sample, try to take at least 10 to 15 signatures. Look, I have taken 2. Let me just take 3 for each classes. Okay, the process you just understand now. Afterwards you can practice, and always try, when you will practice, always try with a known area. If you are going with supervised, don't take an unknown image, you will be distracted. Okay, so try working on some known area. Okay, 3 pixel I have taken for agriculture. Now I will take for, suppose, built up. Built up means, in when we are working with sample, when we are working with Lancet, so we actually cannot differentiate the road and settlement and all separately, because Lancet is having a very not so good resolution. It is having around, wait, let me just change the, it is a 30 meter, no, so you cannot differentiate the thing. So broadly we can have built up. In built up we have to include road and everything. Okay, so this is built up. So this no area is known to me, so that's why I can easily collect it. So if you are doing for the first, and if you are doing land use land cover for the first time, try to understand the image. Okay, try to visualize the image. And land use land cover is something which you cannot do in short time. It is a time taking process. I always tell my students also, you have to give time. Okay, you cannot do it in a very short time period. You have to understand the, what happened. Acha, sorry, I didn't give it. I have to give it the code 2, because code 1 was agriculture. No, code 2 you have to give. Then you have to create again. I deleted the previous one. Okay, this is the, under code 2, this will be my first class. Okay, look, this port 2 is my first class under port 2. So try to get the signature throughout the image. Okay, so these are all settlement in look, I have I have just changed the combination to 752. So in 752 this purple shade will is symbolizes the built up. Okay, you can check, there are some blogs also which will help you out to understand the, even let me just show you one blog. There is a blog GIS geography, band combination GIS geography. So this will help you out a lot to, sorry, geography. Okay, so this will help you. This is one GIS geography. So here some combinations are given. As I said, I just took 752, and in this 752 purple means built up, green means agriculture. So similarly, you can take the help of it. It's working slow. Let it get open. Okay, till then let me take few more. Look, here you can take the help of it. So once you stack the image, look, it is showing natural color means 432. If you will change the combination to 432, so in 432, urban appear white, okay, vegetation appear green. So you can have some combination. So you can just go through this blog. It's a very interesting one. It will help you to visualize the image. Okay, so let me just pan. Okay, so these are more built up I have. Okay, so look, you have to very carefully take this signatures. I'm taking very randomly. You have to take very carefully actually. But I'm just showing you the steps, so I'm just not being so precise. Okay, so the third one. So 3 pixels, 3 samples I took for built up. Okay, so now the third class I will make for suppose water. Okay, so now I will take some samples for water. Okay, so I am giving it 1. This happens, is not an issue, this is not an error. So third and first sample of water. So some more water bodies are here. Second for water is done. It is a huge river. I will take some from here also. This is the third one. Sorry, third one. Let's save it. Okay. So now let me just try to classify this image into these 3 classes only. Similarly, you can take as many classes as you want. Okay. So let me just now show you the steps in these 3 classes only. So once we are done, so always make sure you have checked on this auto save and signature. Okay. So I'm just saving all of them together. Okay, so we will close it. Now we will be training it. So we have to go to the band processing. Here we have the random forest. Fine. So as I said, random forest is a very efficient technique, but yes, it will only work well if you are taking the signature carefully. Okay, so look here, it is giving me the option. It is by default giving an option of number of training samples 5,000. Okay, and maximum threshold it is taking, and it is here you can decide the number of trees that you want to make. So as I said, it will if you will take here more, suppose I will take 100, but it will take time to process them. Okay, 100 if I will take, so it will divide whatever training samples we took. No, it will divide, it will just break it out into 100 trees, so it will be very much precise then. But if I now take 100, so it will take almost 15-20 minutes to run. So now I'm just taking 10. Okay, but if you when you will practice, you can take 100 also. It will give you a much better result. It will try to remove all the mixed pixel problem. Okay, now I will just check on the save classifier. Okay, and we can just go with run, because the training sample we have already created into that folder. Okay, so it will by default take it from there only. So I will just go with run, and here I will give it the output. Suppose I'm giving the output LULC, okay, in that folder itself, and save. So now it will take some time to process, and the final result you will get after the process is done. So this is a very simple step you can use if you want to if you wish to create the LULC in QGIS. Okay. Now this time taking, it will take some, I think 4 to 5 minutes time it will take to run. And if I would have taken 100 trees, my result would have been better. But you have to be patient. It may take half an hour also to work, because I hope the tree concept is clear to you, because when we are taking the samples, no, so obviously there is a problem of mixed pixels, right? Even when I was taking the samples, you might have seen I was broadly taking the samples, so it is just 0%. It will run. Okay, so when we are taking samples, few classes will obviously be there, and this classes actually distract our output. So when we are working on random tree, so it will break the training sample into so many trees, means so many parts, and then it will say where the majority of the pixels are falling into within that mixed pixel. What majority pixels are there? Suppose for agriculture, the majority pixel it found are into agriculture, so it will then classify it into agriculture. Okay, so this is how actually the random tree works. Okay, so I have to actually hold on, but this is the step. It will work slowly. It is just 0% now. It is still working. It takes time. It takes time. Okay, it's in the running mode, and it is. I have taken 10. Still, it is taking so much of time. If you will take 100, it will take even more time. Okay. So now you can ask me some doubts. Already 9, 10 actually. So if you have, let me quickly take some doubts. You can do the process, and if you find problem, you can WhatsApp us. Yeah, I can take some doubts
Ma'am,
now. Yes.
ma'am, as like a random forest, is there any other classifier?
Yeah, there is another classifier here itself you will find. There are certain more classifiers, but I think it is in process now. I can't show you right now. Here there is a PCA. Okay, this is not actually for classification. This is a PCA we use when we want to highlight a particular class. Okay. Now there is a spectral distance. It is again another classification technique. In spectral distance, it actually do the work statistically. Okay. So it will just create an angle statistically between two bands. Suppose there is a class of agriculture. Okay, between two bands, suppose these pixels are falling into agriculture, this pixel are falling into suppose vegetation, so it will make an angle. It will see the distance of that particular class from that angle. So based on that, it will remove this mixed pixel problem. So it will find that most of these classes are falling near to this angle. Suppose agriculture is falling near to this angle, so it will classify that into agriculture. So you can either take this random tree, or you can use this spectral distance also. So these are some techniques given in QGIS. And I always suggest, if you want to go for classification, I always suggest work on ADAS. ADAS is the best software actually for classification. But yes, ADAS is commercial. But if you're a research scholar, your university might be having the access to it. So classification I would suggest always doing ADAS Imagine. QGIS is good for just a small work, or you cannot actually have a precise result in QGIS. And when you are working with Lancet, okay, and look, it takes so much of time also. So ADAS image
Ma'am,
will be better for you. Huh? Yes.
for the prediction mapping, which one is the better?
Prediction, yes, for prediction you can use QGIS. In QGIS, in the QGIS 2 version, there is a plugin Molas. That is good for prediction. Or else, the best you can do in Terraset, this Idrisi Terraset. Okay, in
Okay.
Molas uses the ANN technique for prediction, and Idrisi you will find the cellular automata. Okay, so
Okay.
both you can try.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, Vaishali, you have some doubt?
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask one question
हाँ,
that अगर हमारा एरिया अननोन हो और हमें उस एरिया का ज्यादा आइडिया ना हो तो हम उसका क्लासिफिकेशन कैसे करेंगे?
ठीक है। देखो, उसका क्लासिफिकेशन के लिए एक तरीका ये होता है कि आपको ना पहले उस इमेज को समझना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा उस एरिया को गूगल अर्थ पे समझना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, जैसे कि सपोज ये एरिया 40% हो गया। जैसे कि सपोज इस एरिया का आपको सबसे पहले तो शेप फाइल होना है। ठीक है, यू मस्ट हैव द शेप फाइल फॉर दैट एरिया। So yes, if you're working in a very unknown place, you have to be very much friendly with that image first of all, and Google Earth will be a good platform for that. So you can just open your shape file and then visualize the image carefully. Okay. So suppose I'm opening my shape file. Suppose this is my area. I have a shape file for this area. So you have to. This is one technique I'm showing. Okay. Besides, there are more techniques. Techniques are there. Okay, so this is the first technique which I always tell my students also. Whenever you're working, don't be in hurry. Try to be friend with the image. Try to have a good knowledge of each and every part. So I'm actually the satellite image that I'm just working now is of this area only. So I can easily first of all visualize. I can see the settlement part is here. Okay, so this is one technique. Okay, now the second thing is there are some interpretation keys. Okay, I will try to narrate this if we will have another webinar in coming days. So there is a technique of that there are some visual interpretation keys like shape, size, association, shadow. So this those interpretation key will also help you out. Suppose here also if we will go with some shape, so I got the result. Okay, so I just randomly collected the samples. Okay, so this is how actually we will get the result. I just created the three classes, no? So based on that, it just explain the look built up the road and all. It has made very well. Okay,
What
so
about unsupervised classification, ma'am? क्या
unsu-
हम QGIS
QGIS में अनसुपरवाइज सही से नहीं होता है. ओके, अगर अनसुपरवाइज करना है तो doing unsupervised is best in again ADAS Imagine. Even ArcGIS is also good for unsupervised. Okay. So as I was saying, if you are working on a very unknown area, the first thing is go to Google Earth, try to understand that area carefully. Second is there are some interpretation keys. Okay, you can just understand the feature by shape, by size, by texture, by tone. Okay, that
Okay,
will
ma'am.
also help you out. Yes, and then there's another technique. There are some band rationing technique. Band rationing will help you to identify the features. Like there's NDVI, there's NDPI. So if you will do NDVI, you will get the
Water.
water. Yes. So in that way also you
वाटर
can, it will
बॉडीज
help you.
हाईलाइट हो जाएगा.
Yes, yes, हाँ. Okay, so there are a lot of techniques. Today I just broadly try to cover all these things together so that you can have a good some knowledge of the classification. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So my dear students, try to practice it. Okay, and I will try to have some similar webinar in the coming days. And I think sir has shared you the attendance and feedback link. So please try to provide this, fill up this feedback and give us some review. This actually helps us a lot to do even better in the coming future. Okay. अच्छा, image interpretation key. So actually I'm running short of time now, but yes, I will try to along with this mail, let me try to share a PPT on image interpretation key as well. Okay.
Madam, can you show us the result you have generated
So
using
result as
random?
So result though I have got, but obviously I won't get it perfectly, no, because I just took 3 samples. But anyway, based on that, as you can see, if I change the color also, so this is the water body it has given us. Okay, so I just took 3 samples. No, in 3 samples you cannot actually come to. But anyway, look, the water it has highlighted very well, and even the roads also, as I can see, these are built up road, and also it has highlighted very well. Okay, but I have mostly I just took 3 classes. No, at least 5 classes I should have assigned. And pixels, sample I just took 3. You have to take at least 15, 10 to 15. But as you can see, those 3 pixels are obviously given a good result for the river, water, and some roads and all. Look, roads have it has created very well. So
Thank
this is
you,
how you
madam.
will get the result. Yes,
Hello.
yes.
How can we like do the accuracy assessment?
Accuracy assessment, yes, you can do in QGIS. For accuracy, you have to take that image as the base map. Okay, there is actually a huge procedure for that. So you have to collect some points from this base map, and based on that, you can find out the accuracy. So let me see if I can have another webinar on accuracy assessment. That is a little long process actually. Because I will try to have another session in the coming days.
Ma'am, how to remove that blue color circle from under the whole classroom image?
Circle.
Blue color, blue color coming on
Acha,
the
you
bottom, ma'am.
can now clip your study area. You can just clip a study area. It will automatically remove rest of the things.
Hello.
Okay, huh?
Can we use confusion matrix in order to assess the accuracy?
If you want, look in QGIS, when you will do the accuracy assessment, you will get the result in the matrix format only. Okay. But if you want to create the matrix manually, then you have to export this image to R. In R, you can create the matrix manually. Okay. In Q, you will get the result in confusion matrix format itself. Okay. So let me wind up here then. Okay, and accuracy, as someone was asking me, why she's joining now. So I will try to have another session, okay, in coming days. Okay. So all of you, please fill up this attendance and the review. Yes.
Excuse me, madam. So, can you share the presentation to our email?
Yes, I will be sure. Even I recorded also. Okay. So I have recorded the
Okay,
whole
thank you.
session.